Hello everyone! This video is part of the Points of Interest tutorial series that I'm doing, and this one's going to cover the caves in Navezgane. And these ones are a little different from the ones that you'll find in Random Gen. For one, on the map they don't show up as completely black spots, and you'll generally know that you found one with this outline here. This may change in the future though. This first one here, it's probably easiest to find this one at about 1020 south, 1020 east. That'll put you right here. So if you do follow that marker, you're just going to continue west on the map a little bit and you'll find the opening to this cave. This one is in the desert, so you'll find a trash pile outside. And to get in, you can either attack these walls and spikes. You probably can get past here. Well, mind you could probably attack this door as well. Or you could use wood frames to get up top. Now you could either just do a jump like this, or you can build a little staircase. Now you're probably going to want to bring some form of light, whether that be a mining helmet or a torch. And on the inside you can find these stalactites. I don't really know the terminology for which one's on the ground and which one's on the roof, but needless to say, they contain a little bit of potassium nitrate that you can use for gunpowder. Now you can actually find a few mushrooms in these caves, not very many. So mushrooms, as far as I know, are not a very renewable resource. So just keep that in mind. Try not to be wasteful with them. So in this cave you'll find a number of shotgun messiah crates, I think 3 I believe. Some more mushrooms and a bedroll, in case you don't have one already. I'm not sure if zombies will be at this point of interest. I have them turned off to kind of preserve all the points of interest. So just be careful if you are searching for this, as there may be zombies. So I have a very low scavenging skill, so I probably won't find very many useful things, as this is a new world. But on the corpse I got 58 7.62 rounds. My loot abundance is set to 200%. And a shotgun short stock. So that's this cave here. There are a total of 6 more in Navezgane. So I'll see you at the next one. So here's the second cave that you can find in the desert for Navezgane. And this one is probably easiest to be found at about 290 south, 500 east. And that should take you roughly to about the entrance of the cave. So you can just go down this little path here. There's a couple of birds' nests, which there was one at the other one that I forgot to mention. I did check around in here. There's a little hole, but I just wanted to show you that there's nothing over here, in case you were going to look there. So this one's pretty much the same idea. No door this time, so you can either attack and destroy this, or you can... I don't know. You might not be able to make it. Well, yeah. You can crouch over the top there. So in this cave you'll find some more mushrooms. I should have kept the other mushrooms, but I forgot about that. We'll just say there is about 5 more. So that way I can show you exactly how many mushrooms are in Navezgane. You'll find another bedroll, and this one also has an Apache artifact chest. And I was unlucky and got some tokens. I showed in a previous video the burial runes and told you why that chest was good, and I'll say it again for the Taza stone axe in case you don't know. So yeah, there's about 7 mushrooms here. Another corpse. He had a magnum frame for me, which is a decent handgun, but it's a very expensive handgun to use. And you could probably chop this wood up for a little bit of wood. But that's pretty much it for this one here. There's also this boulder you can take apart for some stones and iron. Oops. There's a little bit of potassium nitrate all along the roof. And a candle if you really want to pick that up. That's pretty much it for this cave. So I'll see you at the next one. Alright, so the next cave that I'm going to show you is in the Wasteland area now. And this one is probably easiest to be found at 1030 south, 750 west. And that should bring you pretty close to the entrance. One thing I want to note is don't do what I'm doing here, and don't ever carry this on your tool belt. Just a small little tip. I don't have zombies enabled, and there might be a lot of zombies around here, so as always, be careful. Again, there is nothing on this side here. It's just a random little hole. Looks like you have a small resource vein here. I don't know how small it is, but you can mine it out for potassium nitrate. Apparently that's gravel, and possibly some other resources below this as well. I don't know if this will be in every game, but if you do see it, then you got some resources there. So this one is a unique little cave, as you have a workbench right out front here. So you can create anything that you can create in your normal inventory. So like anything I can make over here. Let me just see if I can make letters. Yeah. One thing that you want to be careful about is if you destroy this, or if you try and pick it up anyways, I don't think you can. So if you try and pick it up, it's gone. So this particular cave, you won't be able to get in from the top. You can, however, mine out the top if you really wanted to. Although that seems a little redundant to me when you can just take out the front door. So on the inside of the cave, you'll find a lot of potassium nitrate on the roof here in the form of these stalag whatever they are. Some mushrooms. Another little candle. Boulder for some stones and iron. Another bedroll. And yes, there is a gun safe as well. That's going to take forever. So I'll just show you the rest of the stuff that I find here. Got another magnum part. Got half a magnum from just going around in the caves. And I will sit here for about half an hour opening up this gun safe and show you what's on the inside. Okay, so this gun safe had some pistol parts and a shotgun short barrel. Not bad quality considering my scavenging skill I think is 1. 2. I got a whole 2 scavenging levels. Alright. So, I shall see you at the next one. Alright, we are on to the 4th cave in Navezgane. which you might have seen on the map before. And the easiest way to find this is probably at 740 south, 1460 west. And that should bring you roughly to about the entrance of the cave. This is another cave with a workbench out front. I don't see much in the way of loot around it, although I might have missed some. So again, you know, you can have a workbench here. And if you wanted to, you could probably have a small outpost here, but I honestly don't think it would be a good area to defend myself, as you can make a workbench later on. So again, you'll find potassium nitrate on the ceiling, a few more mushrooms, another boulder. Looks like there's a resource vein right underneath the boulder. A couple candles, and another bedroll, some more resources. And there's clay in this cave for some reason. That's what this is right here. And another gun safe. Got some goggles and brass candlesticks. And that's about it. So I'm going to take about 30 minutes opening up this gun safe and show you what's on the inside. Alright, we got through, and we got an assortment of gun parts, like the hunting rifle parts, shotgun long barrel, pistol grip, shotgun stock, and more hunting rifle parts. Alright, and I shall see you at the next one. And here we are at the 5th cave that you can find in Navezgane. This one may not be considered a cave. It is a little bit different than the other ones that I have mentioned so far. This one can be found easiest at about 500 north and 950 west. That should bring you to about the entrance of the cave. Out front, you will find a trash pile. Some abandoned rubbish. One thing I forgot to mention with the other caves, if you're running around in Navezgane, the easiest way to know that you've spotted one as well is these little stone piles here. They're about 1 block thick, so it's fairly easy to spot. So anyways, once you come up here, again there's a little dip in the back. I'll show you, there's nothing much over here. And a bird's nest, some trees for wood, looks like there's clay. I'm not sure if this will translate into every game, but you never know. So when you get up to this one here, this door will be locked. That's going to take a while to get through, so I'm just going to hover through it. And it's got concrete here, so you could upgrade this into reinforced concrete if you wanted to use this as a temporary base or a base. Looks like there's some resources in the floor, probably potassium nitrate, iron, this one's lead, and you'll probably find some iron around here as well. So we got some mushrooms, potassium nitrate on the roof as always. And there's some candles if you so wish to have them. Got another boulder, a couple more mushrooms, and another bedroll. Now this cave is a little interesting. It has a cement mixer, so you can use it to create crushed sand from the stones, from small stones, as well as gravel or sand. Yeah, so you're gonna have to get the concrete mix from the skills in order to make anything related to concrete, because you're still gonna need cement. This will not create cement for you. However, it's good to create a lot of concrete. And you'll also find a little trash pile. I'm just gonna collect all this random stuff before I get to the good things. grab this mushroom, and there's a corpse. See what he's got. Another magnum grip and some bullet casings. Now these munition boxes, they take quite a while to search, but sometimes they will have good items. And if you have really good scavenging skills, this won't take as long. So I found some rocket launcher parts. Might as well grab them. And there's another one here, which I'll speed up for you. And we found some ammo. 46 7.62 rounds. So that's pretty much it for this cave here. I guess it's kind of like a bunker, but it is not actually a bunker. There is bunkers in Navezgane now. I believe there's more than one. So I'll see you at the next one. And here we are at the 6th cave that you can find in Navezgane. Again, it's not really like a cave as in the sense of the other ones, since the entrance is covered in concrete and a metal door. This one can probably be easiest to be found at about 870 north and 70 east. That should bring you roughly to the entrance. And you'll find some abandoned rubbish out front. Looks like this one has a bird's nest, a little bit more clay right here, and obviously that little dip going to nowhere, and random cotton, which that stuff will appear randomly. That's not going to be there all the time. That's about it for out front here. I'm just going to float through the door, since that'll take a while to get through. And you'll find some mushrooms. And as always, there's some potassium nitrate hanging off of the ceiling. A boulder. I've seen some resources there as well. So most of these caves will have resources inside that you can find with relative ease. Another bedroll. And this one also has a cement mixer as well. It looks like the forest, the two forest locations have about the same loot. So there's 2 munitions boxes and another corpse. So I'm just going to pick up all the mushrooms because I want to show you just how many mushrooms you can find in Navezgane. It may not be an exact number, as this is the only spot that I've ever found them in Navezgane. But it just gives you an idea of how rare they are. Ooh, got some painkillers. That'll be good if I give myself a headache. And we find a full submachine gun inside of this munitions chest. So if I had some really good scavenging skills, just imagine the quality that this thing might have been. It also came with 5 bullets. So I think these come with 30 bullets already. It is a very decent weapon, but it's not the best weapon. So I don't mind it. It's just an expensive weapon to use. If you're going to be spending that much in ammunition anyways, you're better off with an AK or the sniper rifle. And not only that, we found an SMG schematic inside of this munitions chest. A little bit of resource management here. You can always scrap these. Whoops, I don't want to wear them, but okay, whatever. You can always scrap the candy tins for some iron, or you can use them for explosives, but I find that to be incredibly wasteful in gunpowder. So not only did I find myself a good weapon, I am now able to make it better. I probably wouldn't use it though, only if I'm running out of other ammunition types. So there's just one more cave that I've found in Navezgane. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. Do correct me if I'm wrong and let me know in the comments, and I will try and cover that. But I shall see you at the next and last cave. And here we are at the final cave that I've found in Navezgane. I've explored pretty much everything, so like I said earlier, do correct me if I am wrong. This one is the only one in the snow biome. And it is very, very close to the radiation zone. If I were to continue tunneling out, it wouldn't take long before I ended up in the red zone. It used to be green before. So, this cave here can be found probably easiest at 1900 north and 860 east. That'll bring you pretty close to the center, or to the opening. So, out front we have some abandoned rubbish. Would have been funny if it was foul trash. I just assumed. And got some small stones, a little dip in the back that goes nowhere. And this one here, you can either destroy these metal plates here, or you can go like this and crouch jump over and you're in. So as always, there is potassium nitrate on the roof. Drop some fungus. Pick up the fungus. Looks like we got some clay right here. And there's candles on the pillars if you so wish to have them. There's a boulder. The best source for early game scavenging. And there, in this one, we have a bedroll and another Apache artifact chest. I, however, am not having any RNG luck today, and I've only gotten casino tokens. So, grab the rest of the mushrooms, and you could grab that chair for some fuel for this little campfire. Got lead trophies from that trash, and a corpse, which they love giving me magnum parts for some reason. Alrighty. And I think that's about it. And alright, so let me just give you a quick demonstration of just how many mushrooms you can find in Navezgane. I'm guesstimating there was about 5 that I deleted, and I completely forgot that I was going to show that. So roughly about 55 mushrooms in total for Navezgane, making it completely not worth it to ever make vegetable stew in Navezgane. And honestly, I really never make it even in random gen. I mean, if you know, you don't need to be carrying food with you all the time. Sometimes it's good, but honestly, you're better off making meat stew. It's a lot easier to get a hold of, and all of the resources are renewable. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial here. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them down below. And if you liked the video or if it helped you out, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome tutorials. Bye bye.